So I realized that I haven't given anyone a little studio tour since I moved into the new spot. So I kind of want to do that. So I moved into this new office space slash studio space in February, but I just kind of got things dialed in where I wanted them about a month ago. And I'm always changing stuff. I'm always getting new equipment, getting new toys, getting new pictures to hang up, etc. So it changes, but um, I'm already inside, so the door's shut. So you're gonna see this in reverse, but we got the prominent logo right on the main door. Got some stickers there. Got to show it off. Rogue Squadron podcast, baby. I'm also trying out a new lavalier mic that I have clipped to my phone, so we're gonna see how that sounds. As soon as you walk in, gotta have the toy shelf featured. I got some more stuff in the basement that's like in storage that I need to add to this. You will notice when I get to the bottom here that I'm missing a shelf. So when I unpacked this thing from IKEA, I broke one of the shelves by mistake. So I need to get a replacement, and then I can get the rest of my pops and everything laid out. But got a good amount of stuff here. One of my favorites is this Grievous Lego and Phasma, looking like a badass. Loving that. Got some X-Wing miniatures in there, some Black Series. Revan is killing it. I also should probably get some lights in there. It's kind of dark. And then we got kind of some random miscellaneous stuff on top. I haven't really sorted this this top space out yet, but classic tie silencer. Love that. So over here is my vinyl shelf. So I got a bunch of vinyls from my parents back in the day when they kind of got rid of a bunch of old stuff. And I didn't have a turntable for a while. I was just hanging on to these. They were in storage. So I finally got a turntable set up here. First Order Special Forces tie chilling on top. What do we have in here right now? Zeppelin. Is that Zeppelin 2? No, Houses of the Holy. It's queued up. So that's hooked up to these speakers here. You can't see that speaker. There you go. So love playing the vinyls here. They're kind of jumbled. I need to take these out and alphabetize them, but I got a good amount of stuff, mostly classic rock. My parents were into like Kiss and Zeppelin, Bad Company, Ted Nugent, etc., etc. Besides the vinyls, we have an array of comic books that I still have yet to read. Some purchased and some donated by one of our fans, Dimma Spider, sent us a bunch of old comics that he was done reading. So we got a lot here, and there's some more on the back wall that you'll see. And then I got two of these storage bins here, just with some extra equipment, cables, headphones, extra mics, stuff like that, kind of sitting around. This little shelf with paperwork. Right now I got a bunch of stuff for a giveaway that we're doing in the next episode. Some stickers, business cards and stuff, and then this sweet Black Series Range Trooper we're getting ready to give away. Some family pics. And then this is like everybody's favorite poster. The frame broke, unfortunately, so I need to get a new frame. But, this is like one of the coolest posters. I got it for Christmas like 5 or 6 years ago, and I've kept it since. So looks good on the brick wall. And then we got an array of some of the vinyls that I have framed. I need to swap these out. I've had these same ones in the frame for like 3 years now. I think it's time to swap out those 4. The most exciting part is the desk. Here is the command center, I guess I'll call it. So we have my MacBook, 15-inch Retina, still running strong even though it's from 2013, crushing it. We have a 32-inch Asus monitor. This is actually a 2K, it's not a 4K because 3 different occasions I've went to the store to buy a new monitor and by accident didn't get a 4K TV, so that's great. But it's a nice monitor overall, and I don't even have an Xbox One X, so it doesn't really matter. I can't get stuff in 4K anyways. So this is cool for now, and it's nice big size, 32-inch. And then we have my old Asus monitor, 27-inch. These are both like 1 millisecond refresh rates and stuff like that, so they're good for gaming. And they're actually good for video editing and just having the computer hooked up to it, which is nice. On top, you'll notice 2 webcams. My old C920 Logitech. See if we can get that to focus. No. And then I just bought this new one, the Logitech Brio, that is in 4K and 60 frames per second, which is pretty nice to have on a live stream. And then I have a stand up here. I need to attach. I unscrewed this because I was shooting some pics, but got a light here. Nice little LED light, just battery powered. Small, that's all I need. It's just going on my face when I'm doing the podcast. So that's good to have. On top of the desk, we got some things. Got a phone stand here ready to go. So when we do Instagram Live, I can just prop this thing up. Zoom H6, if you're ever looking to start a podcast, this is my most highly recommended piece of gear. The H6 is badass. When I'm recording, I actually use this to take a feed out of my main setup, which I'll show you in a bit, and then to plug some high quality audio into my phone, which I use this adapter for. That way it's not just picking up the phone mic, it's actually getting the sound from my microphone with the background music and all that stuff. It sounds way nicer. So I use that to kind of pipe it into my iPhone. Got some toys, classic Pops, Commander Cody, gotta have that. The new Lando looking great. Always gotta have some coffee. The Black Series Rex and Commander Cody fucking teaming up. This little device here is fucking sweet. I love this. So this comes from my recording studio days. So this is called a monitor controller, and it's got one big volume knob here. And basically what it does, it allows you to really quickly just change your sound source and change the speaker output. So if I want to switch from my microphone setup and everything to the audio that's coming from my computer, I just change the source. Or if I want to switch over to the sound that's coming from my turntable, or plug my phone in to listen to some music, quickly do that. And then I got some buttons here to mute, have a mono button and everything. And then I can change the source from my speakers to my headphones really quickly, dial it in. It's super nice without having to get up and walk over to the speakers and everything and crawl behind there and adjust the volume. So the thing's sweet. Got some more Star Wars shit here. The Ewing, one of my favorites. Kylo's TIE silencer is epic. This gold Slave 1, and then the new Lando Falcon is fucking awesome. You can't really see, but there's a dock under here. So this is from OWC. It's a Thunderbolt dock, and I'm not going to break it out because it's plugged in and everything's tied up, but the back of this thing has, I think, 6 USBs, HDMI, Ethernet, 2 Thunderbolts, audio in, audio out, etc. And then it all connects with just one single Thunderbolt cable into my computer. So as opposed to having 14 things sticking out of my computer ports, I just have everything set back here on that Thunderbolt dock, and then just one cable runs it all. And then obviously the power cable. Bluetooth, keyboard and mouse, makes it easy. So I don't have to have my laptop actually in front of me. I like having it here on the stand. It's kind of elevated, which I dig. Makes it kind of in line with the monitors and everything. And this is actually a stand-up desk as well. It's got a little controller here, so I can just adjust it. So some days when I do the podcast, I feel like standing. And then here's my microphone. The stand is just clipped to the side of the desk easily. I can just bring it over, and I'm ready to record. So this is the SM58. I've used a ton of microphones throughout recording. I settled on this one. This is the standard stage vocal microphone, and I settled on it because until I upgrade and buy a nice broadcast mic like the SM7B, which is $400 brand new, this for $80 I got it used, is perfect. It does the job. I love Shure microphones. It sounds great, and because it's a stage mic, it doesn't need a pop filter or a foam screen or anything like that. It's just built to take plosives and things like that just with the mic itself. So super easy to use. It sounds great and very affordable. So if you're looking for a mic to start a podcast or anything like that, that's a good one. And then that new white stand I got is awesome. Let's crawl down here to my rack. First, on top of the rack is the Xbox. I do a lot of live streaming now, so I gotta have the Xbox here ready to roll. And this sick controller that looks like the original Xbox 360 colors, which I love. Some games, which I don't use because I have everything installed now. And then these headphones. So I don't really know too much about gaming headsets, but I know this HX brand is really good. I just looked up basically an IGN list of best headsets, and these were at the top of the list. They're normally $150, but they ended up being on sale for $100, so I went and got them. I love them. They're extremely comfortable. The over ears are so big, they actually fit over your ear. They don't like push against your ear, so they're comfortable. You can wear them for hours and not get tired at all. So this, again, from the recording studio days, this is a rack space. So all my major gear is in this space right here, and the cables are just running into my computer or into the speakers. Everything's kind of tucked away, and I can just power everything on with just this one switch. So up top is a power conditioner. Everything's plugged in and running off of this. Under that is a headphone amp, which has, if you look across it, has 6 outputs. So I can run up to 6 pairs of headphones here in the studio if needed. Under that is my audio interface. So instead of a mixer, I use this audio interface. This has 4 mic inputs, a lot of analog inputs and outputs, and I really only need 4 at a time. So everything I need to do, I can run straight from this thing right here. It's the Mo2 Traveler. It's an old one. I've had it for about 10 years, but it's a workhorse, man. It's never failed me, and it's been holding up really good all this time. This is a shitty Behringer compressor that I just had laying around, so I put it in here just to fill space. I don't use it. It's just there until I buy something new. And then under here is just a shelf, or a drawer, excuse me, just with more shit in it. Cables, mic stand bases, power cords, stuff like that. Going up, we just have some posters, pictures, diplomas, books. My pride and joy is my Fender Strat. That's kind of what got me started into all this audio stuff, is playing guitar. So have this thing featured. Got some pictures, family and friends, more toys. I think I have more toys than I have audio equipment in this goddamn studio. Some panels, audio panels, help cut down on reflections. More books. BB-8 in the corner. And now we're about to get to the Star Wars wall, which you see in the back of the videos, which everybody loves. First of all is this Last Jedi poster. We had this commissioned for when The Last Jedi came out in 2017, held a big party. Even though half the people hate the movie, this is one of the best posters I've ever seen in my life. Thank you, Matt and Ren, for getting this thing put together for us. I love it. Got a little side table here. Right now it's just stacked with, I have a bunch of prints that I got the last Comic-Con that I need to hang up. I'm about to kind of rearrange the back wall here. So these are just kind of waiting. And then we got some new merch in. So I just have a box laying around of stickers and business cards and pins. Right now stacked up. I need to kind of clean this out and take that stuff down to the basement first. But and then here's the famous back wall. So I try to keep it kind of organized and just, space everything out kind of symmetrical. But it's just a bunch of Star Wars prints, posters, various stuff that we've picked up or gotten. Like this was from an event that we did for Rogue One. This is my media pass from Star Wars Celebration, signed by Ryan Johnson, which I'm very pleased with. This is the original sketch for my tattoo that Sparks did, which you can now see on my arm here. A fan sent this in, drawing of Padme, caricature of myself as Kylo Ren, and then, just a bunch of prints. Caricature of me and Mopar dueling it out. He's using his middle finger as a lightsaber. Revan, the champion. And then my personal favorite, never been drawn anywhere else before. This is Bane learning from Revan's holocron. It's like my favorite print. Thank you, Ren. It's epic. Some more comics. A Sparks print down there of his ribbon Kylo. But yeah, just, a general amount of awesome Star Wars prints, pictures, posters, things like that. And then I have like my nerdy books on this side, Harry Potter, Thrones. Here's all the Star Wars books, reference books, paperbacks, some of the new books, etc., etc., etc. Dark Tower. And then this side is all my business books, stuff like that. And my trusty bag with my land grant hat on it. Everything fits in that bag. I love traveling with that thing. But that's pretty much it. You don't want to talk about a Swiss gear backpack after you've seen all this epic Star Wars stuff. So that's the studio. That's the space. This is where we do everything. And then one last thing to show you. The thing that taunts me on a daily basis that I have to look out the window to see is Land Grant Brewing Company. right behind work. Ready to go.